In this tutorial, we explain how to use ePANACEA web tool developed by ePANACEA project to calculate energy performance indicators for a building. If you don't know the methodology developed in this project, please refer to the website of the project and check documentations of the methodologies developed in this project. This web tool has different tabs, and the first tab, as you can see, is named Project Data. In this tab, we add the information related to the building that we have to be able to proceed to the next step. The first sub-tab is named Project. Here, we add the project name, the country, and the day that we are performing the analysis. The start and end date of the analysis are very important because this is the period that the methodology and the tool is considering for performing the analysis. If you have further comments, to see them in the report and documentation later, you can add them here. Make sure that you save all the data that we imported. The next sub-tab is location and other data related to the building. Here we have the building information. We must add some info here, so if you don't have the information for the building, you must add a character here. Then we add the building registration number, the construction year, the total floor area, and the height, floor to ceiling height. If you don't know the construction type, the thermal mass of the building, then you can choose medium. Otherwise, you can see the documentation, the EPC documentation, and choose the thermal mass of your building. Then you define the location of the building, the region, and the city, the weather data. Here, Brussels is chosen, which is the closest location to the building that we have. You add the ventilation, air exchange rate that accounts for infiltration, and the ventilation schedule. You can choose where you have variety of options, and if you don't know how exactly the ventilation is in your building is working and it is a natural ventilation, then you can choose ventilation residential. For the heating, if you have a thermostat, then you can choose residential heating thermostat. If you know how the heating is controlled, you can later define the heating thermostat yourself, as will be explained later. And for cooling, this case study doesn't have any cooling, so we choose 0. And then you can add your internal gains here, the activity group of your building, and if you have further comments, of course, you can keep them here. And make sure that you save all the data that you imported. Now we are ready to go to the next step.